Anne, the wealthy young lady, visited her boyfriend Jack's home for the first time. She noticed her future mother-in-law's hands were very rough, with thick knuckles and marks on her palms. But Jack had previously mentioned his family was well off, and his parents were cultured, respectable people. Yet, shortly after sitting down, she noticed something off about the crystal chandelier in the living room. The light it emitted clashed completely with the gray floor tiles. The spacious living room contained only a few pieces of furniture. Her future mother-in-law's manners also seemed rather unrefined. Just then, a young girl named Mia emerged from the kitchen. She appeared to be around Anne's age when Mia brought over tea and noticed numerous bruises and scars on her wrists. It turned out Jack's family wasn't nearly as wealthy as claimed. His parents were actually both lazy and selfish, and the person they called the nanny was actually their own biological daughter. Mia's fiancé had passed away long ago. Her parents, unable to collect the dowry, considered her unlucky. They beat and berated her daily, feeling they'd wasted years raising her. Their son, working in the city, had been fortunate. He'd met a young lady from a wealthy family. She'd said that if the two families were equally matched, they could marry immediately. Upon hearing this news, her parents were overjoyed, insisting they must seize this golden opportunity. But the father worried their true circumstances might be exposed. The son claimed he'd borrowed 300,000 yuan from the village bully. He insisted that by using this money to make their home appear wealthy, they'd surely impress Miss Anne. Once he became the son-in-law of a wealthy family, wouldn't repaying the 300,000 be easy? The parents praised their son's cleverness. After everything was prepared, Jack invited Miss Anne to their home. She heard his casual handbag alone cost 30,000 yuan. Her parents' eyes widened, determined to latch onto this powerful connection. But no matter how hard they pretended, they couldn't fool the observant young lady. From the villa's peculiar decor to Jack's parents' mannerisms, nothing suggested a well-bred family. Seeing Mia, called the maid, covered in bruises, the young lady grew wary. Jack sensed her suspicion and hastily explained his parents were strict with servants. Just then, Mia accidentally knocked over a teacup. His father immediately slapped her across the face, berating her for being rude in front of guests. Mia hurriedly crouched to clean up the shards and accidentally cut her hand on the glass and tried to check Mia's injury, but was harshly stopped by his father, who ordered her back to her room. Jack also brushed it off casually, saying, "She's just a servant. It's nothing." Annie insisted on bandaging Mia's wound, but Jack dismissed it, saying the nanny was tough and getting hurt while working was normal. These cold words felt unfamiliar to Annie, but as a guest, she couldn't interfere too much. In the middle of the night, Annie was awakened by sobbing coming from the end of the hallway. Following the sound, she found Mia bleeding profusely. The earlier wound hadn't been properly treated. She urgently roused Jack next door, demanding they take Mia to the hospital immediately. But Jack claimed all the cars had been borrowed by friends, and recalled arriving earlier that day, and noticing no vehicles in the yard. She tentatively suggested calling the family doctor. Jack panicked, saying it was impossible to find a doctor so late at night, and that the villa was too far from town for a visit. Seeing Jack's indifference, Annie directly contacted her own family doctor. Jack realized the gravity of the situation. If the doctor saw his sister's old and new injuries, suspicions of abuse would inevitably arise. He hurriedly woke his parents to discuss a plan. Upon hearing the news, his parents panicked too. If the young lady discovered the truth, the marriage would surely be ruined. Soon, the family doctor rang the doorbell. The parents blocked the entrance, refusing entry. They claimed bringing a stranger home late at night was improper, but the doctor presented his credentials. Following the young lady, he quickly entered the house. With the doctor's help, Mia's wounds were stitched up. Anne, however, noticed something odd about the room. The maid's quarters were cramped and dilapidated, dust falling from the walls. The wallpaper was decades old. A diary on the table sent a chill down Anne's spine. Her boyfriend shared the same surname as the nanny. Sure enough, Mia stammered and avoided answering. After learning the truth, Anne sought Jack for answers, but overheard their conversation in the room. Jack claimed he was a naive fool who'd never suspect their scheme, and secretly activated her phone's recording feature. Fearing exposure, her father reasoned that once the deed was done, she wouldn't be able to escape. They still owed hundreds of thousands in debt. Every day delayed meant more interest piling up. Only then did Anne realize she'd fallen into a trap. Her mother coldly revealed she'd prepared rope, planning to act while Anne slept. Unexpectedly, Jack agreed this was the solution. They didn't know their entire scheme had been recorded, and texted her bodyguard, urging him to come pick her up immediately.